Hey, it's Barroi. I want to go through the new PTR patch of Overwatch that came out 2 days ago, and of which they said they would change something yesterday already. So let's go through everything. I will give an analytic breakdown of everything that happened and probably will happen in the foreseeable future. Uh, so I'll try to provide some insight of what's going to be strong, what's going to be changing, what you should look out for, you know. And I will only go about competitive play, so I don't do quick play shit. So if you want to know what heroes are strong in quick play, whatever, it's just competitive play. I will probably focus on intelligent players, so higher level or higher ranking play. Um, yeah, I will focus on that. So let's go through the patch. The first things I introduced was Ana. I'll go to Ana later. I'll just want to cover the buffs and nerfs first. So yeah, let's do Ana later. The first thing they did was they changed the overtime configuration. If you're more than 20 seconds into overtime, the overtime fuse will start to burn down more quickly now, and players respawn more slowly during overtime. So every player has an increased spawn time by increased by 2 seconds. And yeah, all in all, that was super necessary because before that we saw 2 minute overtimes, 1 minute overtimes, 1:30, something like this, especially because of some shit like triple tracer, or triple diva, or triple diva and triple tracer, uh, which is not going to happen anymore because of the next change. But well, it's a good change anyway, because um, yeah, because overtime isn't something you should need to capture a point. It's just there if you are on the point, and it's not something that should increase the game length by 2 minutes, just like that. Uh, One more thing that I want to see change with overtime is that when you're on an assault map, let's say Hanamura, and um, it's 0-0 competitive queue. It's 0-0. You're the first one attacking, and you attack the first point, and you have a 2 minute overtime already on the point. You're trying to get to capture the point again and again. You're in 2 minute overtime already, and then you actually capture it. You get full 5 minutes for the second point. So you took like 7 minutes for the first point, but the game says you only took 5. And the thing I want to, the reason why I wanted this to change is because if you, if it's like 1-1, or if it, if the score is 2-2, not 1-1, if the score is 2-2 in competitive queue, and you're attacking, and you really take 7 minutes for the first point, all 7 minutes get reduced by of the time bank. Because at this point, let's say you took 2 minutes for the first point, for the first 2 points. You still have 8 minutes left, and um, then you take 7 minutes to capture the first point. There's no overtime or anything. You have 8 minutes for everything. So if you take 7 minutes to capture the first point, 7 minutes get reduced. But if you take 7 minutes on the first try, in the first one, um, you actually only get 5 minutes calculated for that. So it's even more ridiculous if you look at, you take 7 minutes in the first one, and the enemy team was super fast in the first one, but takes 7 minutes in the second one. Then it's bad for them because they actually have only, what do I know, minutes left, but they get 2 minutes less than you did, which is something that they need to change. Either they should make it so that you have 10 minutes from the very start for everything, for unlimited number of runs if you're super fast, or they should just reduce the overtime you took from the time you have for capturing the second point. Super easy. Yeah, that should be changed. But okay, so much to overtime. Let's go to the next point, which is that you can now only have one hero per team in each game in competitive queue. Um, yeah, this is super necessary because no one wants to see 4 Traces and 2 Lucios or something like this on Volskaya anymore. This reduced the strategy of the game immensely, and with this one hero per team, you now actually have to think more about what to do against this team comp. What heroes should we pick? What hero should I play? Should I switch my hero right now because it's better for capturing the second point than it was for the first point? This should make the strategic aspect of the game mm, better. Okay. The next thing they did, they introduced the self-healing abilities now charge the ultimate abilities. So healing yourself with Lucio, Mercy, Soldier, Roadhog, and stuff like this gives you now ulti charge. Um, all in all, this shouldn't have an effect on the game because all heroes that have a self heal, their ultimate cost got adjusted, so it shouldn't really have an impact. But that's something we'll see because Blizzard doesn't actually give any numbers. If you heal yourself for 1000 health, how much ultimate charge do you get? They don't give any numbers. That's something that triggers me all the time because we don't see numbers. They don't even give numbers for how much damage a champion does. For example, when they released Ana, there are no numbers. There are no numbers of how long a sleep dart lasts and stuff. Actually, in the clips they gave with the ultimate, Reinhardt, I thought that her ultimate was a damage boost by 150% because Reinhardt was one-hitting everything, including a Symmetra. So please give us numbers, Blizzard, but I guess that won't happen. At least there are some people who actually provide numbers for us on Reddit because they actually care about the game. Okay, let's go to the heroes now. Enough of an rant. Bastion's ultimate cost got adjusted because of the self-heal. Well, whatever. I don't see the numbers, so I don't know if that's a nerf or a buff or just an adjustment. But let's go to D.Va. D.Va's defense matrix is pretty much a new spell compared to before because her cooldown, so her cooldown got decreased to 1 second, and at the same time she can now toggle it on and off. She can toggle it. She can toggle it on. Excuse me. She can toggle it on, block a shot, toggle it off, shoot herself, something like this. And at the same time, she has a resource meter for the E now. The meter will deplete while active and recharge while not active. So, if you turned it on, you can only turn it on for a certain amount of time, and the numbers are actually here this time. So it takes 10 seconds to reach full charge from empty charge, and at full charge, the defense matrix will last for 4 seconds. So you can run it for 4 seconds, and then it takes 10 seconds to not having it on to charge again. Is that right? Yes, okay. Also, you can now toggle it by right click, but whatever. This E should be, let's look at the ultimate later. So the E, only right now, the E should be extremely good for good D.Va players because you can now block Zarya ult effectively. Zarya ult is something super important in pro play on higher ranking anyway, because it's a huge quad control spell, and there are not many quad control spells in this game. So Zarya ult is something that's super important. You can block Zarya ult now, you can also block Pharah ulti. Zarya ult blocking should be super easy because you can calculate when will a Zarya have ultimate. You can calculate in your head she does so much damage, so she should have it in about a minute, something like this. So if you're 1 minute in the game, you can just focus on Zarya, focus on when she's using her ultimate. Yeah, so blocking it should be super easy. Another way to use her E now is if you fight against Farah, you can super easily block a rocket, toggle E off, shoot yourself, maybe get the rocket to the head because you can't toggle it on again, and then block the next rocket and shoot again after deactivating E. So toggling on and off should be something that gets as well against Rotok should be pretty good because Rotok has this huge delay between his shots. Yeah, well, it's something that's super useful and extremely good against blocking, especially Zarya ulti, but maybe Hanzo ulti and stuff like this as well. Her ultimate also got a little bit of a buff. The cost is decreased by 15%. Remember, D.Va doesn't have any self-heal. And her explosion delay got reduced to 3 seconds. She no longer takes damage from her own ultimate, which means she can use her ultimate, stay in it, so everyone runs away, then go to a corner and slip into the mech again, because you have to run to the corner so no one shoots you in the back when slipping into the mech, because you can actually take damage while doing this. Yeah, this should make ultimate a little bit better. I think you should still be able to get away on most maps from it if you see it coming, but at least it should hit from time to time now and not be totally useless as it was before. And yeah, all in all, I think the D.Va will be viable now actually. At first I thought she may be an option instead of picking Reinhardt, but I don't think so actually, because her E only lasts 4 seconds, and yeah, I still think she's not an option for instead of picking Reinhardt, but she has her own use, and we'll see how good actually good D.Va players can be, because this toggling on the off could be pretty effective. Maybe she's going to be a super good 1v1 champ. But hero, I mean, sorry. But I don't think she will be OP on it or anything, because she still has a huge hitbox for headshots, so it's super easy to get headshots. Yeah, I don't think she will be OP, but she might be viable. Okay, Lucio ult cost got increased, just an adjustment because of the self-heal. Then McCree got a super good buff. He now maintains full damage at longer distances, but still deals less damages at extreme ranges. Again, no numbers, what are long distances, whatever. That's something that Blizzard doesn't do well. But okay, we have to deal with this. Okay, full damage at longer distances. That means he is now good again. Before he was just coming back slightly into the meta, but I didn't really think that he was good. And now he should be better than Soldier again, actually, because of the Soldier nerfs as well. And with this full damage longer distances, it's super necessary for Farah, because Farah Mercy is the strongest thing in the game right now. It didn't get nerfed or anything, almost got buffed actually. So yeah, that's something. McCree will be better at Soldier pretty much any situation again, and you will need a McCree to get Farahs down to the ground. That's what I expect at least. Okay, the next thing is Mercy. Mercy's bonus damage, they said first it should get increased by 50%. Actually, they didn't do this. They already rewound this, rewinded, whatever. uh, it got already, yeah, they said they wouldn't do this on the actual patch when it goes live on the real servers. So it still has a 30% damage increase. Would it have been a 50% increase? I just want to show you something, which is ridiculous because look at Farah. Farah Mercy, as I said, the strongest thing in the game right now. And Farah's shots deal 120 damage when dealing a direct hit. So with 50% increase, it would mean 180 damage. This would one-shot any tracer, even if it's not a direct hit. And yeah, it would just be ridiculous. It would be super OP. McCree would also have a one-shot headshot against every 200 health hero. Just something that even looks super ridiculous. I was super concerned about it. I'm happy or relieved, I guess, that they said they won't implement this. But okay, let's go to the actual patch. The actual patch is around her ultimate, and her ultimate charge cost is increased by 30%. Again, an adjustment by because of the self heal, something that and we again don't have any numbers, so the effective change is probably an increase of the charge cost, because I don't think that the self heal will get you to 30% extra ultimate charge, and it's a good thing that maybe the effective cost is now 20% higher than before. And it's a good thing that it's higher because Mercy was necessary and probably still will be necessary in every high ranking game. I always want to say ELO. High ranking game and pro games especially. So yeah, it still will be, Mercy still will be necessary even with this change. And the thing is, those next two things are huge buffers anyway. So she can now move during activation of ultimate, and she can Guardian Angel instantly after using it. Guardian Angel is a shift ability, so she can move while using it, left, right, forward, backward, and she can effectively now fly to a dead target, resurrect a certain amount of people, and fly back to a teammate. So she can stay alive way more often, way more often. This is a huge buff actually, and I think all in all this actually is a buff, even though the ultimate charge got increased. But whatever, this thing that she can now stay alive pretty much all the time is huge. It's so huge. She will not stay alive all the time. Don't get me wrong, but way more often than before. And if a Mercy stays alive and heals your team constantly, it's a huge thing. So again, this is a buff. Mercy will still be necessary in every game in higher ranking. Yeah, nothing to happen there. Mercy just got a little bit stronger. Yeah. Okay, Warthog ultimate cost got increased because of the self-heal. Whatever, I don't know if it's actually buff nerf or just an adjustment, because we don't have numbers. But then Soldier. Soldier got actually a big nerf, because, as I said before, McCree will now be played pretty much every game instead of Soldier. Because now his spread recovery will begin after a short delay rather than instantly. Before, you could hit 4 shots by just pressing mouse 1 all the time, and those first 4 shots were accurate. After that, you had not 100% accuracy anymore. So now, and before it was you hit 4 shots, then you wait for like 1 millisecond, then shoot 4 bullets again. And you had 100% accuracy, wait a bit, 100% accuracy. This was especially needed against the Pharaoh, because you don't want to have not 100% accuracy when trying to shoot a flying Pharaoh. That's just jiggling around everywhere. So now with this, soldier pretty much has to wait way longer to get 100% accuracy again. Short delay again not specified, so who knows how many seconds you have to wait. But let's say you want to shoot all the time, then after 4 shots it's just luck if you hit, especially a flying Pharaoh. And I'm going about the flying Pharaoh because Pharaoh Mercy is the strongest thing in the game right now. So yeah, that's why McCree will be better than Soldier in pretty much every situation, every scenario I can imagine. There should be way less Soldiers, way more McCrees. I think this nerf wasn't necessary at all, because before I thought Soldier was at a good strength, at an average strength. He wasn't OP, he wasn't underpowered. He was pretty average. He was picked pretty often, and maybe that's because they adjusted him. They changed him because he was picked pretty often, but he was picked pretty often because of the Pharaoh picks. It's not because Soldier is strong or weak or whatever. It's because of the Pharaoh. So this is a bad change for the game. I think it will only lead to only picking McCree again, and Soldier will probably be not be picked anymore, essentially. Okay, last hero change is on Zenyatta. He has now 50 shield more, so 200 health effectively. He also saw ability orbs fly 4 times faster now, and his health per second healing is increased to 300 when activating his ultimate. And actually, super funny change is that he's now his speed is now doubled upon activation of his ultimate. This, I don't think that was necessary actually, because the only scenario I can imagine is when Zenyatta is waiting around the corner, your team is on the point, you see all the team is getting lower and lower and lower, and then you just activate ulti and speed to them as fast as possible. You just fly there. I I, I don't know, this is probably nothing Zenyatta needed, but okay. It's not bad, at least. Zenyatta needed a buff, definitely. So 300 health, 200 health, sorry. Definitely good. I think the E is pretty strong now that it's 4 times faster at the enemy, because before enemies just saw it coming and hid around the corner, were hiding around the corner, just going there, because it took so long for the E to actually arrive. And as well, the Orb of Harmony, the healing orb, took so long to arrive. If you're, let's say, a distance of 7 Warthogs away, the healing orb would take like 2 seconds to get there, and at that time, maybe your teammate is already dead. Definitely a good thing. Maybe he can actually instantly kill people now because his E is arriving so fast. But I don't think that he will be super OP. Maybe he will be viable now. But again, we have to wait. I still think that Lucio is the better option, even with 300 health per second healing. But yeah, that much to the hero changes. So let's take a look at Ana. And I will look at this Reddit post, not at the clips from Blizzard, because the Reddit post actually is a good thing, because it contains numbers. We always love the numbers, don't we? So, as you can see, Anna has a rifle. She can scope with right click. Nothing to see there. She has an heal or does damage whoever you hit, depending on who you hit. And the important thing are the abilities. So her sleep dart. Okay, let me turn on the light. Wait a second. Yeah, so the sleep dart um, lets somebody sleep for 6 seconds, which is huge because there are not many card control abilities in this game um, as of yet. So 6 seconds is huge. You probably need much coordination because you want to tell your team, don't attack this guy, I will bring him to bed, I let him sleep for 6 seconds. But if you can do it, if you manage to do this, this is a huge thing because 6 seconds is it's ridiculously long time. Um, Not so good for bad communication, I guess, but it will be good in higher level or higher ranking, I should say, and on pro play as well. The next thing is a grenade. It can heal allies, reduces enemy healing, and increases allied self-healing abilities. Also does damage actually, and is long range. So I think the use we'll see most often is reducing enemy healing, and maybe healing allies, but the self-healing or the healing abilities, not self-healing, but the healing abilities will not be, this aspect will not be used as much, because the only thing that could be used would be splashing the grenade on your teammates and running in with the Lucio who activates heal and heals everybody for 6 seconds by like 48 health per second or something like this, which is huge, but I don't think that we'll see that often. Most often it will be used for its 100 health instant heal and 100% reduced healing when attacking, I guess. It's a good ability though. And okay, now let's get to her ultimate. Her ultimate, okay, one thing I want to say to this is, when I first saw the clips, and there were no numbers again, her, she gave her ultimate to Reinhardt, and Reinhardt instantly killed everybody with one hit. He killed the Symmetra with one hit, and at that point I thought this was super OP because it must be a 100%, a 150% damage boost or something like this, at least. Because Reinhardt was one-hitting everything. This is why I want to see numbers and not those shitty clips, or not just vague descriptions. Um, but yeah, okay, 50% damage increase, not 150%. It's something that we'll probably see with Genji. Also, it increases speed and damage taken is reduced. And that for 8 seconds, which is a super long time. So I think this will be used with the Genji most often, or maybe a soldier. Well, soldier isn't played anymore, so maybe a McCree, I guess. Rotok when he's using ultimate, something like this. Maybe even Reinhardt, as in the clip. But I guess Genji is the best option for this. Other than that, I don't see many options. But yeah, okay. If you give it to a Genji, he's dealing insane amount of damage with his ultimate. He has to use his ultimate then though, and he can still two-hit everything. I don't know, wait, how much damage does Genji actually do with this? With his ultimate, I want to check it right now. So it's Dragon Blade 120 damage per strike, so you would get to 180. You would one-hit Tracers and uh, almost one-hit everyone else, and it's all as well 8 seconds, so you can time it, if you time it perfectly, it will last as long as the Ana ult. You also have the 1 speed increase, so Genji gets super fast with the speed increase by Ana as well. So 180 damage, I think that's super good because you only need one melee hit from any other champion to kill everybody on the team. Genji um, can just dash to someone, hit him, then hopes that one of his teammates kill this guy with the melee hit, or he is already killed because he was low on health. and then dash to the next one. I think this will be a huge thing, this Ana Genji combo. Yeah, other than that, and also to Ana Genji, I think Ana Genji and Zarya would be super good because you can Ana Genji comp to kill pretty much everyone. If they get a resurrect, you use the Zarya ult, or use the Zarya ult first, kill a certain amount of people, and use Ana Genji after the resurrect comes in. Um, because they will probably have a mercy. So I think this combo will be something we'll see very often. And yeah, I think Anna will be pretty viable. I still don't know exactly how much because her heal isn't that strong. And you should only have two support heroes in the game. But for example, one scenario I could see Anna in is if you want to capture first points, for example on King's Row or on Hanamura again, you could run something like Anna and Lucio, and um, just with them you could rush the point, maybe let someone sleep who's on the side, and kill everybody else, and then kill the last guy. I think this Anna Lucio for capturing one point should be pretty good. It's only a theory though, so I can't back it up with anything. But I think Ana Lucio, on just capturing the first point, you should switch probably afterwards. Is something to keep in mind. Also, what I just got in mind with the sleep dot is, if you let someone sleep for 6 seconds, not only are you in a 6v5 fight, but if you just let someone sleep and you just let him sleep to make, you could just let him sleep to make sure you kill him afterwards, because the hero will lie there on the ground, so you can definitely headshot him. You have 6 seconds to walk there, and then with one hero or two heroes or three heroes, just aim on his head and headshot him, and he's dead. So I think Sleep Dot is a super strong ability, but only with coordination, only in higher ranking competitive queue. Yeah, and I think that's it. So yeah, I hope I gave some insight to the new PTR patch. I hope there will be some more patches afterwards, because I still think that Fire Mercy needs some adjustment, but whatever. I stop ranting about Blizzard, so thanks for watching. I hope I gave some insight. See you next time.